Hello, this is Tiffany from Sage Online. Today I'm going to do a troubleshooting video on how to change materials in your course. First, we're going to start by adding and then removing. Once we've gotten to our course homepage, mine here, for example, is MT202, our new instructor Moodle training course. We want to first always click Turn Editing On. You'll see here that more options will appear next to each of our activities or resources down here. Okay, so our page is refreshed, and now we have a button that makes us able to move our items, and we can also make edits to them. To add a resource, I will click Add a Resource. Yours might say Add a Resource or Activity. Okay, and then once we have our drop-down menu, we're going to choose what type of resource we'd like to add. Same for activity, you can choose which one, but for a resource, odds are you'd add a syllabus or reading materials for a student. This would be a file. You can add PDFs, you can add Word documents or presentations. Those all would be classified as a file. Other common pieces, you can actually put all of the materials that you have in a page, which is a separate link into Moodle, and you can add a web page that the student would click on, like this one, and go directly out to a different web page. Creating an activity is about the same. You're going to select the drop-down tab, and a common one for our institution is an assignment. It looks like a Dropbox where students can submit their materials. So that's the difference between a resource and an activity. A resource is there for student viewing and to utilize as they need, and any of these in here require action on their part in Moodle itself. Here is a list, since we have the video up, of a couple different options for you. So let's say our course is all built, or we've borrowed some material from another course and not all of it is exactly what we want. So what we can do here, we can edit, for example, the name by clicking the pencil here, and then we can type whatever we need to, and then click enter. So the name has changed. So if you have dates in your courses, this is the appropriate time to change that there with the labeling itself. Okay, I'm just changing that back. Now, if the order is wrong, we can use the 4 arrows to click and drag to the appropriate placing. And if you want to get rid of it completely, you can click Edit and then scroll all the way down to Delete, and that would actually remove that from the course itself completely. So this is something I actually don't need. I can select Yes because it will go away when it's all done. If there's something in here that I don't want students to see for now, I can also click Edit and then Hide. So the difference between delete and hide, the student doesn't see it regardless, but unhide, you can actually bring it back later by clicking the same edit button and then show to make it available at that time. So that covers the basic course manipulation with available materials. If you're still tuned in, you may want to see also how to actually edit an assignment or a quiz that's already been created. We can, again, go into our Edit button for either activity and select Edit and then Edit Settings. This is how we can change when items are due, what the actual instructions are, if you have an instruction sheet that you want to add and provide for the student. Do you want to allow, here we have availability for this actual activity itself. Do you want to create a gap for students to have submissions in? So say, I want this to start on Saturday. I can click Enable and change the date. When is my due date? And do I want to allow submissions past a certain date? If I don't, I'm going to select this and enable that exact date. When you've changed everything you feel you need to change, submit your changes by selecting Save and Return to Course. If you have any questions on any of this process, please feel free to reach out to us, sageonline@sage.edu or 518-244-4580. Again, that's 518-244-4580.